nagkaroon ako ng condition.
Which is?
So, alopecia.
Anong age yun? Sorry, dear.
4.
So, na-diagnose ka na when you were 4?
Oo, 4 years old. Alopecia is a hair loss condition. It's an autoimmune disease where your immune system attacks your hair follicles instead of defending it.
Is it because of stress?
Stress could be a trigger, but I had it when I was very young. So, hindi pa naman ako ganun ka-stressed.
Is it like hereditary or someone in your family meron?
Yeah, someone in the family could have had another autoimmune disease. It doesn't necessarily have to be alopecia. So, pwede siya ma-pass on that way.
Ang alopecia ba, hindi talaga siya nag-heal at all?
Hindi eh. Para siyang merong internal on-off switch sa body mo that you don't know kung kailan if-flick up or off. So that's how it started with me. But eventually, I lost all my hair. So even my eyebrows, eyelashes, total hair loss. Ako yung bata na nakasombrero, tas yung sombrero niya hanggang dito. Kasi ayoko ipakita na wala akong kilay, tsaka piligmata. So, pag nakikita na ako ng mga tao, imbes na, she's so jolly, ang nagiging perception nila agad ay kawawa naman yung bata because may sakit siya.
Now that happened and maybe you felt like na parang na-branded ka with the condition, paano mo na-turn around yun?
Yung family ko naman never naman nilang pinaramdam sa akin na it's something that I should be ashamed of or kailangan itago. Pero, when you're in a world when things are different, it's so easy to judge. It's so easy to criticize or to bully without knowing the story. Ako, I had to deal with that at an early age. Like, I remember being in school, syempre ako yung babaeng nakasombrero, hindi ko ma-help na people would try to pull my hat or they would laugh at me, call me names, o yung kalbo, ganyan. Meron akong instance nga na yung pag may mga flashback sa pelikula, yung nakaikot yung mga bata, tapos gumaganyan-ganyan, tumatawa. I went through that experience. One turning point that I had in my life was I became very active in church. I was part of the singles youth group, ganyan. And then, they would always bring your identity back to how God sees you. Na, okay, no matter what we're going through, what situations we have, at the end of the day, God sees me for the person that I am. And my heart and the character that's being built in me through the journey. So, nung mas na-instill sa akin yun, I also began to see myself the way God would see me. Me not having hair is not a limitation to the beautiful creation that He made. Oo, parang siya nga, nagagandahan siya sa akin eh. Sabi niya, you're whole and complete just the way you are. Tapos ako pa yung magki-question, hindi. It became a milestone for me to finally begin seeing myself not defined by my alopecia.
Tara, pag-usapan natin dito, kwento mo sa buhay. Kasamang mga folks, ilabas lahat ng tunay. Mag-relax lang tayo, sober man o tipsy. Aral makukuha mo sa Life Over Whiskey.
Welcome to Life Over Whiskey Podcast, where we share valuable life lessons and stories you can learn from over a glass of whiskey. My name is Brian.
And I'm Gerald.
Director, we're still here at the very beautiful studio ng Q Studios. Maraming salamat Q Studios for allowing us to use your space. Director, tonight is a special night for us because we've invited a friend. And without further ado, let me introduce our guest. Our guest for tonight is a content creator, singer-songwriter, host, and alopecia awareness advocate. Tonight, we'll talk about music, healing, and mental wellness. Please welcome to Life Over Whiskey, Abby Asisio. Hi, Abby.
Hi! Thank you so much for having me. Parang na-inspire ako maging modulated voice today. So, hello, welcome to myself. Welcome to myself. Glad to be here. Thanks for having me.
And obviously, sana, makita din nila yung episode natin with their podcast as well, no?
So parang na pala, pang ilang interaction na natin to sa kanila?
Pangatlo na.
Pangatlo na.
Apat
Minus
kasi.
the live
Yes,
events that we went
yes.
to.
And the live
yeah.
events as
Mga
well.
pang four,
oo.
Yeah.
Four, tama.
Chumps na tayo.
Yeah.
Pwede naman maging maingay, no? Pwede
Well,
naman
yes,
maging- Okay,
yes,
okay.
yes.
Hindi naman masyado ako mag-iingay. Konti lang.
Pero ang ganda ng topic natin kasi ngayon, mental wellness, music and healing, di ba?
Exactly. Pero, puntahan muna natin yung saan nanggaling si Abby. Paano siya napunta sa paso niya sa music. Kwentuhan mo naman kami.
Okay, so like what you mentioned, I'm a singer-songwriter. I'm a host, a content creator. So ever since I was young, I already knew that the arts and anything creative was my passion. So as early as 4 years old, I remember being in birthday parties. Ako yung kukuha ng mic, kakanta. Yung medyo bibo.
Entertainer, oh.
Oo, medyo bibo akong bata. So, mahilig na ako kumanta before. Pag may mga okasyon, gagawa ako ng mga jingles. Kunyari, happy anniversary. Yung mga ganyan for my family, my parents. So, translating to school, ako din yung nagiging leader sa mga song fest, choral fest, songwriting competition. So, music has always been a part of me, I guess. And sa family namin, isa lang talaga yung naging musician si Miss Tenten Munoz, my cousin. She passed away young, but she was a singer in her teens. Yung kanta na, di makatulog sa gabi sa kaiisip.
Naiisip.
Pinsan
Ayun.
mo yung
Yung
kumanta
original
nun?
nun, oo,
Oh.
cousin ko. So, nung bata ako, medyo nagkaroon na ng desire din for me na I want to be like Ate Tenten. Maybe sa family ako yung pwedeng sumunod sa footsteps niya. So, I was a dreamer as a kid, I would say, except for the part where nagkaroon ako ng condition.
Which is
So,
alopecia.
alopecia.
Anong age yun? Sorry, dear.
4.
4 years old.
Alopecia. So, na-diagnose ka na when you were 4?
Oo, 4 years old. Tapos yung well, ngayon naka-wig ako, curly hair ako. Pero nung 4 years old ako, bago ako magkaroon ng alopecia, ganun din yung hair ko. Sobrang lago and kulot. So, hindi nalaman parang hindi ina-expect nung parents ko bakit bigla na lang nalalagas yung hair. To those who don't know, by the way, alopecia is a hair loss condition. It's an autoimmune disease where your immune system attacks your hair follicles instead of defending it. Siya yung
Is it because
sumisira.
of stress?
Stress could be a trigger, but I had it when I was very young. So, hindi pa naman ako ganun ka-stressed as a
Yeah.
4-year-old
Is it
Yeah.
like
kid.
hereditary or someone in your family
Yeah,
meron?
someone in the family could have had another autoimmune disease. It doesn't necessarily have to be alopecia. So, pwede siya ma-pass on that way.
Pero, Abby, ang alopecia ba, hindi talaga siya naghi-heal at all?
Hindi para siyang merong internal on-off switch sa body mo that you don't know kung kailan ifi-flick up or off. So, nung nagkaroon ako ng 4 years old, dun medyo nagbago yung lahat. Kasi from being the chubby, bebop kid, ang naging role or identity ko na is the girl with alopecia. Kasi ang naging manifestation nung condition ko, iba-iba kasing level yan Sometimes patches lang. So that's how it started with me. But eventually, I lost all my hair. So even my eyebrows, eyelashes, total hair loss. Ako yung imagine mo bata na nakasombrero ta's yung sombrero niya hanggang dito. Kasi ayoko ipakita na wala akong kilay tsaka pilikmata. So, 'pag nakikita na ako ng mga tao imbes na, she's so jolly, ang nagiging perception nila agad ay kawawa naman yung bata because may sakit siya.
How did that affect you growing up? Especially, you mentioned that you were the person who's bibo, entertaining. Now that that happened and maybe you felt like na parang na-branded ka with the condition, paano mo na-turn around yun?
Na yung branding na yun, branding at 4 years old. I mean
First,
branding in a
when you
sense
look at it
na
or think about
oo,
it, yeah.
kasi yun yung naging identity ko na sa ibang tao. Yung family ko naman never naman nilang pinaramdam sa akin na it's something that I should be ashamed of or kailangan itago. Pero, when you're in a world where when things are different, it's so easy to judge, it's so easy to criticize or to bully, like
Without
ako when I
knowing
was a
the
kid.
full context.
Without knowing the story, I had to deal with that at an early age. Like, I remember being in school, siyempre ako yung babaeng nakasombrero, hindi ko mahe-help na people would try to pull my hat or they would laugh at me, call me names, o yung kalbo, ganyan. So, meron akong instance nga na yung 'pag may mga flashback sa pelikula, yung nakaikot yung mga bata tapos gumaganyan-ganyan, tumatawa. I went through that experience. But, they didn't know what was up. They just knew that there was this kid in school
Na walang
na
buhok,
walang buhok, she's always
walang
wearing a hat,
kilay.
na siyempre, hindi ko rin mahe-help. People would or parents, siyempre hindi rin gano'n ka-ano sa akin siguro kasi baka nakakahawa yung sakit or siyempre hindi rin nila alam kung paano iha-handle yon. So, um, nung dahil do'n hindi na ako gaanong naglalalabas. um, naaalala ko kasi 'pag sa bahay wala akong hats at all, so kalbo talaga. Yung naglalaro lang ako sa bahay ta's yung kapitbahay na makikita through the balcony kung anong nangyayari sa kabilang house, yung nakikita ko pati sila yung tinuturo ako, "Ay yung bata yung kalbo," na parang grabe, I'm just trying to be myself in my own house, I'm still not safe.
When did the healing come? When did the
Mhm.
healing come to in your life that you were able to overcome that and see
Yeah.
yourself in a different light?
It was a long process kasi I remember my parents tried everything talaga to bring me to all the doctors, even abroad. Nagkaroon pa ng mga manghihilot slash anong tawag dun, albularyo.
Albularyo.
Albularyo,
Yes, na
albularyo.
yung mga duwende daw kinukuha yung buhok ko. So yun yung mga nakasanayan ko na growing up na grabe, my parents are going through all this extent to make me well, but nothing's happening. So it really broke me in a sense na it came to a point that I didn't wanna find ways to cure it anymore. Kasi kahit 'pag mga gamot, they would let me try something, masusunog yung balat ko or kahit ilang buwan ko gamitin wala namang nagbabago. Oo, so parang tinanggap ko na lang na, "Ma, okey lang, I'll just be the kid na nakasombrero." Tapos ang hindi ko makakalimutan din na moment is I was watching, an evangelistic healing thing on TV. Tapos bigla na lang ako umiyak, sabi ko, "Mom, bakit si God binigay niya sa'kin 'tong condition na 'to. Bakit sila sa TV gumagaling, bakit ako hindi?" Tapos yung mommy ko wala lang siyang magawa, umiyak lang siya with me. Kasi that's all she could do, just be there for me through what I was going through. So, coming from a kid at 4 with no hair hanggang grade school, high school, dinala ko yon. Hindi naman umabot agad yung point na, I'm okay na." Parang it was a transition. I was wearing hats and then I wore wigs. Kahit papaano naging jolly-jolly ulit na ako sa school. I became active sa mga drama club, mga acting-acting. Medyo lumabas na yung pagkabibo ko.
Mali.
Bumalik, pero ang realization ko nga nung medyo tumanda-tanda na ako, it was my mask. Kasi I didn't want people to pay attention to my alopecia. So I had to be this life of the party
The
and this,
extra
oo,
energy
extra energy,
type
medyo
of person.
funny. Well, medyo a funny girl, gano'n na parang na-realize ko naging ano ko siya, defense mechanism.
Actually, I was about to ask her eh. Kasi, Abby, when I look at you, I see a very confident person.
Thank you.
So, iniisip ko, syempre, coming from that background na sinabi mo nga na ito yung pinagdaanan mo since you were young, my question is, where do you get your confidence? Is it because you know that you're a talented person? Is it because you just need to be confident? I mean, gusto ko malaman eh.
Parang kasi having that condition was already a negative thing for me and a weakness. If I were to dwell on it pa, sobrang ako na yung
It would drain you,
it would
no?
drain me and ako pa yung nagsabi sa sarili ko na kawawa naman ako, "Halika mag-self-pity pa tayo."
Mm.
So, I don't
Wallow in
wanna,
misery ba?
wallow in misery. And then it's not just my journey, the people around me are affected by it also. So, I don't wanna drag them down. But I guess in terms of confidence, one turning point that I had in my life was I became very active in church. Um, parang papunta na ng college yun, eh. I was part of the parang singles youth group, ganyan. And then they would always bring your identity back to how God sees you. Na okay, no matter what we're going through, what situations we have, siyempre ako yung iniisip ko nun, no matter my external appearance is being bald and not having hair, at the end of the day, God sees me for the person that I am and my heart and the character that's being built in me through the journey. So, nung mas na-instill sa akin yun, I also began to see myself the way God would see me. And me not having hair is not a limitation to the beautiful creation that He
Tama
made. Oo,
naman.
parang siya nga nagagandahan siya sa'kin, eh. Sabi niya, "You're whole and complete just the way you are." Ta's ako pa yung magke-question, hindi ako complete, hindi ako maganda, dahil wala akong buhok. Yung parang it became a milestone for me to finally begin seeing myself not defined by my alopecia. Although it was still hard, hindi ko naman biglang papasok ako sa isang venue, tatanggalin ko yung wig ko, "Hi guys, I'm bald." Parang hindi pa gano'n. Siyempre medyo may reservations pa rin ako. I still had traumatic experience related to my alopecia. But if people were to ask me, "Oh, ba't ka naka-wig? O kahapon long hair ka, bakit ngayon short hair ka?" Yun, I would be open to tell them about it.
Yeah, and just to add lang sa train of thought na i-mention mo kasi kanina na, bumalik ka sa pagkabibo mo and you were saying that it was a mask. I guess you could say that you realized that you didn't need the mask. You were able to embrace yourself, like you said, as God sees you
Yeah.
to be.
And now also, while we're having a conversation, yung parang may reflection din sa akin na what if it wasn't really a mask? Maybe the alopecia was meant to bring out more of who you really were. Ngayon ko lang din yun naiisip, kasi puwedeng defense mechanism pero at the same time, sino ka ba talaga minus the hair loss? Baka naman yun yung nasala or talagang na-enhance, because of what you had to go through na nadagdagan pa ng extra courage and strength because you had to rise above it.
So, would you say, Abby, na ang music malaki ang natulong sa personality mo ng music, would you say?
Super, kasi ano, it's my way of showing other people well, internally for me, it's my self-expression. But I also wanna share my music because I know that that's the gifts or skills that God has given to me. And yun nga, bumabalik dun sa hindi ako limited by my alopecia. I still wanna put stuff out. I still wanna sing.
Maganda yung music din niya. Apart from may mga original songs ka, right? I mean, the earliest content I remember watching from you is the Maluho
Ah,
Kasi Ko, Medyo Magasta.
medyo magasta, oo, makulit.
Yeah, yeah. So, andun pa din yung personality niya through the content and even the parody songs nga eh, di ba?
Pero eto curious ako, yung kanta mo na Hala Uy,
Ah.
ano motivation behind that song? Kasi medyo controversial yung ibig sabihin nung kanta, pero ano yung motivation behind that song?
Parang bigla ko nalang kinakanta yung hala uy, at that time. Tas na-realize ko when I would see songs nung kasagsagan nung mga music video na encouraging women na, "I could get your man," yung mga flirty-flirty, parang your guy slipping into my DMs, mga ganyan. Sabi ko, bakit ano 'no, gino-glorify natin yung ganitong behavior na parang proud ka pa na may gusto sa'yo yung mga taong may karelasyon tapos gagawa ka pa ng ways
To get that
to get
person.
their
Yeah.
attention, parang thirst trap, mga
Yeah,
ganyan-ganyan.
yeah,
Sabi
yeah.
ko, "No, I have so many friends who are going through situations na they're in a relationship and it's, I wouldn't say killing them, pero nakikita ko yung anxiety and frustration and fear nila whenever their relationship is threatened. Sometimes by outside forces that are intentionally trying to threaten the relationship." So sabi ko, bakit hindi puwedeng i-call out? Puwede namang i-call out, eh. Parang proud sila na nanglalandi sila ng may asawa or ng
May
may
jowa,
boyfriend,
oo.
may jowa. Sabi ko, eh, di i-call out natin sila, 'wag silang haliparot. And coming from the parodies, kasi when I released the parodies, that was one of my way of getting back into music again, eh. I took a break from music for the longest time. And then I was like, sige, let's start doing content creation, but still infusing my own humor and my music. So, nung sobrang na-appreciate ng mga tao yung parody, sabi ko, parang gusto ko for this next season of my life, dalhin ko yung pagkaprangka ko sa parodies. Kasi yung mga nag-click na parody ko, yung mga parang Timang si Girl or Malho Kasi Ko, yeah, they're funny but they're actually reflections of the times and situation, mga pinagdadaanan ng mga tao na hindi nila kayang i-real talk. Yun yung naging
Dinadaan sa humor kasi hindi nila kaya i-real talk.
oo, pati yung "Please pay me na," parang magbayad ka na ng utang, ganyan. Yun yung mga parody ko, eh. Sabi ko, bakit sa parody puwede akong maging matapang? Gusto ko sa original songs ko when I actually write new stuff, I wanna be bold as well. So if I wanna say haliparot, well, I'm 40 na naman, I feel like I can say that and I could say in a song, "Bakit ang harot mo?" or "Bakit ka nanglalandi at nanghihiga?" Yun yung mga words na pinili ko, eh. And at the same time, inspired by Kundiman. Parang I really was fascinated by Kundiman songs over the pandemic. So I started using that as inspiration for my new songs. So nung nilabas ko yung Halaoy, ang dami namang ding nakarelate. And then sinayaw-sayaw naman nila yung kanta ko. Sabi ko, okay, if I'm gonna really push and put out new music again, that's one of my guiding forces. I just wanna be as authentic as I can and as bold as I can.
Gaano ka katagal gumawa ng music 'pag sinulat mo and even the melody?
Mhm. Iba-iba, eh. Minsan may mga songs na natetenga. Kunyari yung Halaoy, ang tagal yun na chorus lang, eh. First verse and chorus. Tapos nung nag-decide ako years after na tapusin na, yun mabilis na. Kaya ko yan ng kahit
But
20 minutes, 30
so
minutes,
fastest mo from scratch gaano kabilis?
10 minutes?
My
'Pag
God, one
dire-diretso.
song?
May ano
Yeah,
nauna yung melody?
yeah.
Nauna yung melody
Iba-iba,
o
eh. Minsan nauuna yung lyrics,
yeah,
minsan
yeah.
melody. Depende rin kung ano yung inspiration. Pero ayun, iba-ibang kung ano din yung nai-inspire ako, na kadalasan heartbreak yung mas madali. Na-realize ko, 'pag nagsusulat, pinakamabilis yung heartbreak, eh, kasi parang ang dami mong gustong ilabas.
Pero ang tanong ko bre, gusto ko malaman, ng isang Abby Asistio ba ay nasaktan na? Yan ang gusto kong malaman, eh. Na kasi parang feeling ko hindi natin 'to napag-uusapan nung gines natin siya before with, G 'no? So, ano ba nasaktan na ba si Abby Asistio?
Oo naman. Kasi ang dami ko na rin pinagdaanan, eh. I'm 42 right now, and I'm not ashamed of my age. I guess that's one of other than the heartbreak na love, parang those are the things na at my age napagdaanan ko rin yung mga heartache about aging, heartache about not reaching milestones that you thought you would have reached by this time in your life. In terms of relationships, if we're gonna zero in on that, siyempre nagmahal na rin naman ako. Pero hala, uy, grabe ka naman saktan. Pero ano, wala eh. Hindi. Some things just don't work out. And I realize when I'm into something or someone or into a project, I give my all. So, pag na-heartbroken ako about it, ang tagal ko din ninanamnam. Oo, medyo nangnanamnam ako ng emosyon. So, yun, may mga kanta na rin na umabot siguro because of
Because
those
of the
heartbreaking,
heartaches.
experiences. But yeah, in terms of major heartbreak, as I sorry to have to bring it back to alopecia, but yun yung pinaka-heartbreak ko siguro, in relation to my music. Because before I came out bald in 2012, I was trying to do my thing, and my management or people around me still said that it's not enough because we could only see your wig not moving. Parang yun yung isang mga malaking bagay na naging heartbreak for me na grabe, ilang taon ko nang tina-try to embrace myself, still do what I can, but you would still revert back to how you see me, which is always not enough because hindi gumagalaw yung buhok ko or parang you're not as thin as the other artists. Yun yung mga bagay na when in 2012, I wrote a song that I guess also started my audacity in terms of speaking my truth in music. I wrote a song called Beautiful. Such a simple song. The chorus goes, beautiful, you're beautiful just as you are. Show the world who you are. Shine your light, you're a star. So sabi ko, lahat ng mga gagawin kong kanta, moving forward, parating may mensahe. Ayoko to just do something na, okay, masaya, entertaining. That's not the kind of artist that I wanna become. So 2012, I came out bald and then I released that song. So naging milestone and marker for me yung kanta sa pinagdaanan ko na yon. And moving forward, sa lahat ng heartbreaks or celebrations, milestones that I undergo, it would always have a song na kaakibat nun. Naging part na siya ng journey ko na parang musical diary
Yeah, yun nga
of some
sabihin ko
sort.
eh, parang journal mo siya of the experiences that you had.
Pero Abby, meron pa bang kaba sa dibdib mo 'pag nagpe-perform ka ngayon?
Oo naman, super. Kasi ano eh, actually talking about podcast, sobra rin ako mag-research now sa on how to keep elevating myself still as an artist. Last year, I started doing voice lessons.
That's nice.
Tapos, I began collaborating with other artists and producers for my music. Kasi hindi ko naman nakikita na na-reach ko na yung point na, grabe, ang galing ko na. Parang there's
Hindi
still,
maka-imagine sa direct.
Hindi ko ma-imagine, sorry kasi parang you're a professional singer but at the same time nag-voice lessons ka pa.
oh, thank you. Hindi kasi yung technique ko
Respect yun,
na-realize ko
respect
Thank
yun.
you. Parang, um, like, before I came back into music, na-realize ko yung mga bagay na pwedeng ko pang i-improve sa sarili ko. Like, ang bilis ko mahingal pag kumakanta ako. When I get nervous, nagda-dry yung mouth ko minsan. Basically, preparation. Parang when I'm not prepared to go on stage with my lineup of songs, with the memorization, with my outfit, with the rehearsal with the band, doon nagkakanda loko-loko lahat. So sabi ko, kung gusto kong karirin pa rin tong craft ko at my age and keep doing this for the next couple of years, I wanna know the right techniques. I wanna be as prepared as I can, vocally, physically, to meet the goal and expectation that I have for myself. So parati pa rin akong kinakabahan.
Meron na bang isang instance na nag-perform ka, pag-perform mo, nag-choke ka?
Sobra. Tapos sa national TV pa. Nag-audition ako sa The Voice eh. Tapos, grabe, ang daming
Parang naalala ko yun.
nag-audition ako tas kakalabas ko lang with my alopecia. So sobrang ang daming layers ng emotion going through that kasi there's a side na, okay, yun nga, you know what I came from, 'di ba? In terms of wanting to prove myself that this is me as a woman, I'm complete, but I'm also an artist and I could pursue my dream even if I am bald. So I stepped on stage. But then the song that they made me choose, well, they gave options naman. Pero I had some people saying, you should sing this. Kasi bagay na bagay, Girl on Fire. Parang it meets your story. So yun yung kinanta ko kahit ang gusto ko sanang kantahin True Colors or Chasing Pavements, pero nakinig ako sa ibang tao. Tapos when sumalang ako sa stage, I literally, so may R, literally choked na I couldn't sing properly, yung nag-dry mouth ako. Tapos The Voice pa yon, siyempre gusto mong tumingin yung mga judges. Walang tumingin, yung tapos na yung kanta, walang tumitingin. Sabi ko, oh no. And I also could feel that I wasn't singing the best way. So, wala, I got rejected to national television. And ang hirap nun for me kasi I was there to represent the alopecia community, my journey as a woman, tapos hindi ako nakapasok. So parang isa din yun sa naging sa akin heartbreak and regret. Ay, alam ko wala tayo dapat regret, pero after that, alam mo yung nagkaroon ako ng mga moments na nananaginip ako, what if iba kaya yung kinanta ko? Ano kaya nangyari?
Kami din, minsan ganyan.
Na
Sabi na,
ganong moments.
kamusta na kaya si Brian sa multiverse? Earth, ano?
If iba yung
Earth
path niya.
886, mga ganun.
Pero
Iba yung path niya.
I don't know kung napanood niyo yung movie na Everything, Everywhere, All at Once. Na regardless kahit gaano mo pagsisihan or palitan yung past mo,
It will lead to
same thing pa rin ang mangyayari.
Yeah. Na-realize ko nga kasi we were talking about this also nung gines namin si Rada. She was on The Voice, nakapasok siya. So napa-reflect na naman ako sa journey ko. Naalala ko na naman yung The Voice. Sabi ko, but you know what, Rada? I'm happy. I'm still singing. I'm still here. What if I quit? Parang yun yung mas ikaka-regret ko siguro na, ay, nag-fail ako on national TV, ayoko na kumanta. Ano na kaya yung path ko ngayon? I wouldn't be um, doing all these original songs. I wouldn't be helping and touching people's lives through my music. So, buti na lang, nagpatuloy ako. And one of my major lessons from that experience, kasi I was with Manila Genesis before, so I was under sina Tito Gary Valenciano. Sabi niya, when we sing, let's express. Let's not aim to impress. Kasi doon ka nawawala yung alignment mo as an artist and as a person. So, yung The Voice experience ko, it was one major lesson for me to not do something just because you think everyone else would be pleased by it. The song that I performed was not from my heart. But baka yun yung gusto nila so I'll do it. So now, with my path, doing modern kundiman, writing my own songs, doing parodies, and all these content, yun yung naging guiding force ko parate. Do I just want to express myself or is it meant to impress other people? Kasi pag yun na yung naging goal ko at inauthentic na ako, dun ko mafe-feel na parang nawawala na yung pagiging effective ko as an artist.
So 5 years from now, Abby Asistio, ano na sa tingin mo ang magiging karera mo?
What do you hope to
What do I
become?
hope to become? I still envision myself performing. With the songs that I like naman, they're also timeless. And with the songs that I write, I also want the messages and the vibe to be timeless. Yung kahit medyo, kunyari 60 na ako, pinakanta ako sa piano bar, makakanta ko pa rin siya. Hindi ko naman ini-aim na sumayaw-sayaw at tumatumbling-tumbling through the years. But I guess the reason why I could say that confidently is because I'm the most self-aware version of myself now. I know what my strengths are. I know what translate well to people. I know the kind of artist that I want to be. There's no use trying to imitate anyone else or try to be like anyone else. I just need to be as unique as I can be and embrace that. So, kung sa music, feeling ko, kumakanta pa rin ako. I'm heading my Alopecia Philippines group still. Pero overseer na lang. And then maybe, may love story na rin na nabuo in 5
Soon.
years, di ba? Pagbalik ko, papakilala ko na siya sa'yo. Hi, guys! Oo,
I will
parang
look
ganun.
back on this episode and we will see how far you've come. And I think, ang ganda ng usapan natin, Direk, and, it goes to show how music talaga really helps in terms of healing. And in a way, for some people, it's their own way of expressing. For some people, they consume music to drown out, what's happening out there and maybe in their life. But in the story of Abby, talagang natahi, no? Yung passion niya sa music, sa performance, entertainment, eventually na emphasize or mas na accentuate with your personal story of having this condition called alopecia. And look where you are right now. Alam mo, mga kawiski, mga kalubarkada, this has been a wonderful episode. Maraming salamat, Abby, for being here, part of the show. Saan ka ba nila makikita?
Yes, so please check out my music. They're all on Spotify, Apple Music, and YouTube. I have videos there as well. If you want to follow me and my gig schedule, just follow me at Abby Asisio on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. And more new songs out from me soon. And also check out my podcast with Jikan Las. It's called Say What Podcast na mga kasama natin si
Nakasama kami
Bri and
doon.
Gerald sa isa sa upcoming episode namin. So magkita-kita po tayo doon. And if you know anybody with alopecia or you yourself have the hair loss condition, please follow us and message us at Alopecia Philippines on Facebook and Instagram. And magkita-kita tayo sa September for our annual gathering. Details to follow, just follow us on our pages.
Yun.
Yun.
Maraming salamat, mga kawiski, mga kalubarkada, for tuning in on this episode. Sabi nga nila, pag naka-whiskey ka,
Mas open ka.
always stay
Stay
pogs.
Podcast na naman with Gerald at Brian. Aral lang pulutan sa inuman at kwentuhan. Pinagsamang veterano, parehong talentado. Ihanda ang may katbaso sa lames at intablado.